What's happening, troops? Welcome back to another video. So today, the 16th of December, Ark's Cold Snap update has just went live. I've just installed it myself and it runs through to the 13th of January, which brings some new gameplay elements, events and some quality of life stuff. Just having a look at it here, we'll go over some of it. So you've got the cold snap map condition, which is, if you can see here, I think it just replaces what like a night raid or an electromagnetic storm did. I don't think it's like forced on every map all the time, which is a good thing I think, because if it was horrible or if you don't like it, it means you can avoid it. So basically some maps are covered in snow with reduced visibility. When you're running through the snow it leaves footprints, so you'll be able to track other players' footprints through the snow. And there's a frostbite mechanic, so if you're out wandering around outside in the cold, your health drains slowly and it sort of forces you to go find shelter and go inside, or think about your healing a bit more. So interesting to see how that will actually play out, if it's going to be frustrating or not. But it's cool that they're trying something different, do you know what I mean? They could have just left us without anything like this, so it could be a cool take. So I'm interested to see how that plays. I'll probably catch some gameplay of that shortly, because as you can see it's an hour before I can actually go and experience it, unfortunately. But I'll grab some gameplay of that and stick it on this video, just to sort of showcase what that's like. The other thing that we've got is the Flickering Flames event, which is this here. So it's sort of similar to when, like, I'm sure when we were waiting on Stella Montes there was a sort of battle pass light, if for a better lack of sort of wording to describe it, where you basically, like, I think you gather the berries and you put them in, or however you get the merits, I'm not entirely sure. But you get rewards either way. You get more information here, so so it looks like you gather candleberries, which can then be used to gain these rewards, which is quite good. You get a couple of good skins, variations of skins, some face red eyes, wee face changer there, some coins, all that good stuff. So just have a wee look at it yourself. You get, and the thing that they've added in is customising the axes. That looks pretty cool. Be interesting to see where they go with that. And also in the Flickering Flames side of things, there's the event, which is in next to the expeditions, where you can submit materials. So we've got that as well. There's supposedly a new deck coming, but it's not here yet. It's still shown as this old one that I've already completed, so I think that's coming on the 26th of December. I might be wrong there. Which is just sort of the same thing, you earn credits by doing different things and then you redeem it in that to get rewards. There's some new quests and whatnot as well, and it's sort of themed quests, I think, around sort of Christmas and whatnot. And now what you can do as well is you can reset your skill tree. So if you're not happy with the way your skill tree, or you wanted to change your skill tree, but it is going to cost you. It says I've not even filled mine out completely, I'm not maxed level yet, but it's 114,000 coins for me, so if you have maxed out, it might be pricey. But it's worth it if you wish you'd went another way, do you know what I mean? If you wanted to change it, or if you have the money and you want to just try different skill tree builds. Do you know what I mean? It maybe be worth trying out, see how it affects the gameplay loop. But so that's pretty much the main things. There has been a couple of balance changes as well. So the Bettina rifle has had its durability increased, the standard mag size increased, and the reload time down. So I think it was something like 16 magazines once fired would basically mean it was completely in disrepair and you had to repair it, whereas I think they've upped it to 26. The Rattler's base mag has been increased from 10 to 12, and then the Shredder enemies on Stellar Montes have had movement, combat and navigation adjustments. I, for one, don't play Stellar Montes too much, so I'm not entirely sure what adjustments that will be, but I'll definitely be dropping in to check it out. So the sort of cold snap side of things just basically, for me, seems to be turning into a more survival sort of focused thing where they're having to worry about the environmental hazards for your health. So it is interesting to see how that's going to play out. I will go and grab some gameplay of that shortly and put it right on the end of this clip here, and we'll have a wee look and see what the update is giving us. Right troops, here we go. First game on Cold Snap. We're in a raid that is already in progress, unfortunately. I'm not going to that because that'll attract arcs. But let's just do a loot run, standard loot run like I normally do, and see how it fares loot value wise, see if it genuinely is worth it. I normally just fill my bag up with blues at this stage, sell what I don't need, keep what I need, and hopefully find some weapons and keys. That's pretty much where I'm at the minute. I've got pretty much everything that I need. I'm still on the hunt for a lot of blueprints though. I think a lot of people are, but if you find them, you find them. If you don't, you don't, you know. I don't think there's any way to guarantee it. I mean, you can go to the red areas, but from my experience, going there doesn't guarantee you anything. So we'll see how this cold affects health, if it's... because it doesn't seem to take my health down just now. Oh, as I say that, we find a blueprint. Let's take that. Lovely. So maybe the loot is better. But it's sought after rusted gear. The amount of time it took me to find one of them when I needed it. So maybe I already have that, but we'll take it. Right, it does seem to be better for blueprints here. I very rarely find 2 blueprints in the first area that I'm searching. So, and especially a non-marked area, like it's not yellow or red for tiered loot, if you know what I mean. So it does seem to be a significant buff on the blueprint drop rates. Is this a little shelter that they've added in? Because I look, my health is starting to drop. So this does count as a shelter, does it? Oh, he's cold, look, he's shaking. Right, we'll keep moving. Yeah, I'm not going to want to go that way, I'm going to go up to the left here. Have a wee check in here. What's this? Is that a snowball? Wonder if you can throw it. Brilliant, love it. I love it. There's a reason I can't use this right now. Because I've just used one. Just the animation looked like it didn't work. Not bad, that's a good find. Let's put the hatch key there, I can craft the hatch key. So I mean, people miss stuff all the time. Just because it looks like someone's searched a place doesn't always mean that they've cleaned it out. I would have quite liked to check the apartments, if I'm honest, during this event, because those apartments are brilliant. The amount of pinks I've found in blueprints and guns is unreal. But the loot's not looking horrible. It's looking really good actually. It's almost like worth, if I have the chance to come in and do a cold snap raid, I probably will. Just from that blueprint instance alone. Like, the chances of that happening on a normal raid are slim to none. Especially in a location like that. It's the water's all iced over, like. See what we get out of one of these. These can be hit and miss in normal raids, so this will be quite an interesting comparison. Okay, pretty much the same by the looks of it. Yeah. All handy things to have. All good crafting ingredients. So my overall opinion would be the blueprint rate is higher. Now that could just be luck for me. I'll play a couple more, and if that isn't the case, I'll update in the comments here. But it definitely seems like the blueprint drop rate and the cold snap has increased. But I like it. I think it's a unique take. The weather effect does certainly makes you think about how you traverse the map and stuff like that, but yeah, I rate it. So overall, I think it's a really good update. I like the changes to the Rattler and the Bettina. The cold snap map, as you just saw, I love the atmosphere on it. The visuals are amazing. The weather affecting you definitely will change how players interact, whether they fight or choose to avoid fighting. Obviously we done a loot run, so we weren't looking for the PvP there, but the drop rate, the blueprints definitely seems improved. But if I do find out anything else in the future about it, I will update you guys on it. But other than that, troops, thanks very much for watching. If you made it this far, if you like the video, if you could drop a like. If you want to see more art content in the future, if you could drop a wee sub, that would be amazing. If there's anything that you want me to cover surrounding Ark Raiders, anything at all, pop it in the comments, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers! Follow me on Twitch to catch me live.